to now, have you all taken time to just kind of study the season defensively and see where you? I don't know. Have you, or is it just kind
Honestly,
of like just get ready for this game?
no, not really. It's something you kind of do by yourself. Like, you don't really get a chance to sit down and watch each and every game or just talk about it. You kind of got to do that on your own terms a little bit, but we're definitely aware of how we played and what the season went for us.
As you think of it in your own terms, how do you do it?
I mean, every year is positive when you can go 12-1, 13-1, something like that. I mean, we only lost one game. I mean, we did have some hiccups in the middle and towards the end of it, but we found a way to win. We got the Big Ten championship, so it's not too much we can complain about.
When you think about the big plays the defense was susceptible to throughout the year, was there any common theme, anything you looked at as saying that explains that?
Oh yeah, I can agree. I mean, the big plays. I mean, that can get away from us. I mean, we have the game control, and then next thing you know, big play here, big play there, and now the game looks even. Even though you take away those plays, there's not much they can really say. But we got to live with the results, and we most of the time, about 95% of the time, we won. So it's okay.
So Dre'mont, your first bowl trip was 15, right?
Yeah.
For the Notre Dame Fiesta Bowl, right? I think I remember then when every year we always ask all the older players what young guys are flashing in bowl practice. And your name was a name that came up a lot that year. What do you remember about that in bowl practice, how you felt, and like what did that do for you as a young guy?
I mean, around that time, that's like my first few weeks of playing college football at all, because I was out the whole year from ACL tear back in high school, coming into college, and I was so eager to get back. And then I guess I can make the excuses that everybody had dead legs and I had fresh legs, so that's probably why I did good at that time. But I remember that like it was yesterday. That was crazy.
But what does it do for you in terms of your confidence as a young guy?
Personally, it got me going a little bit, but it was nothing too major because it's just bowl season, and I'm just now coming back, and everybody already played throughout the whole year, and their legs are probably sore, and I'm just fresh, ready to go. So I didn't think too much into it because I got a lot more to grow.
So when you say you remember it like it was yesterday, like are there plays you remember, or who were you going against in that bowl practice, or what do you really remember about it?
I remember going against Jamarco for the first time, and I won, and I did something like a crazy move. But I was just like so raw. I didn't know what I was doing at all because I was just not getting back. But that's the one play I did remember.
And do you realize as a young guy? I mean, the coaches are watching that, right? I mean, of course they're getting ready for the bowl, but they're also trying to see which young guys are showing something, aren't they? Do you realize that as a young guy?
I didn't realize that at first. No, you kind of just play and kind of just go with the flow and see if you can come out on top of one-on-ones or doing run fits. But now being older and seeing it and outside looking in, I can definitely see how the coaches really evaluate us during that time.
So when you think now about the progression of your career, right, from 3 years ago, and that was the first time you got to flash like that, right, to where you are now. Is this what you thought? Like, did it go as you expected?
I think it went better than I expected. I mean, a lot of it seemed like night and day from like playing my freshman year, having 50 plus tackles, and then last year kind of a drop off. I felt like because I started off hot, missed on my leg a little bit, and then kind of just stayed solid. And then I feel like this year I really just came out of my shell more as a player.
What is people always are looking for like blessings in disguise or that kind of thing. Like, if without the leg injury, would you have gone last year? Do you think, or is did that just all suck?
It just
was
sucked.
it all bad?
Yeah, it's just all bad. You can't really do it if, then, and that type of deal because you got to live with the results. I mean, I came back, and I'm happy that I came back. So there is some positives out of that happening.
Okay. When Nick was so big about you coming back, was there any part of you in any of this when it was like, man, like Nick was so excited for me to come back, and you guys only got like 2.5 games together to do your thing, and then he was gone. Were you kind of like, man, like what's going on? I came back, and now you're gone. Like, did that ever cross your mind at all?
No, I mean, because I got more than just Nick as a teammate. I mean, Nick is the name. He has a name and has the popularity behind him, but I was happy to come back and play with Coop and Chase and Devon and BB and the new freshmen coming in. I mean, it wasn't about just Nick.
Okay. Can you tell us what really happened with the leg last year? What was the deal?
I know some of the guys were just like then after practice, just talks and everything, and we're just chilling, and then somebody do something, and we just mess around and just like chase each other, but not seriously.
Yeah.
And like I saw a locker. Well, I didn't actually see it. The locker was open, a drawer of the locker, and I like ran into it. and I didn't see it. It had this big giant like gash in my leg. I needed like 50 stitches in it. It was a crazy scar. It was like about this wide in my leg, so it was crazy.
Do you still have the scar?
I do have the scar, but I don't know if I can really.
Yeah, I'm not asking you to take it. When that happened, were you like, oh my God, like, what did I do? The coaches are going to kill me. What
Yeah,
happened?
that was my everything you just said was my thought. Like I was like, oh, like I really messed up. I think we were playing Rutgers that week too, so it was right after practice, and I know we prepared heavily for Rutgers, and I was ready, and then like I had stitches that night, because it was like bleeding like crazy, and then realized I couldn't play for 2 weeks. It was like very, very upsetting because I felt like I was on the right path, but yeah, I love the results, like I said.
What was the first conversation like after that?